There is no one in India who is playing this game that much as Amazon, for instance. Amazon only we know the jacket ads and the e-commerce. But these mashups are firms that have direct customer relationship while exerting a high level of control over the user experience, including packaging their own products and services alongside those of third parties. Dominant mashup grow quickly and present both great opportunities and great threats to other players. They have expertise in content, they have expertise in distribution, they have expertise in physical infrastructure, customer insight, and services. So they're combining all the other three capabilities. Now, Amazon is the archetype for an outsider mashup in the entertainment and media industry space. Do you know they started as a retailer, as a digital store for physical books, and operating in an established value chain. In the years since then, when they started, Amazon has expanded to music, film entertainment, video games, more broadly into many other categories, including consumer electronics, grocery, and fashion. What business they are in? Amazon now remixes multiple capabilities involving two core consumer experiences. So it can be grocery and maybe electronics. Amazon has built a connected portfolio of offerings that include devices, which is Amazon Kindle, Amazon Fire TV, stick to streaming video, and popular eco-home assistant like Google Home. So there is AI working there. They have got content, Amazon Video, Amazon own publishing imprints such as Kindle Worlds and Amazon Music. And in case you have not forgotten, they have taken over Washington Post. They have got services like Amazon Prime, Amazon Fresh, and more recently voice interfaces such as Alexa, which is available on Echo. Now, these are all touch points which I talked about as an axis. Amazon is able to know what a user is reading or listening or using in a shopping list, what size jeans she wears, the brand of cosmetics she prefers, which shows she watches on Amazon Prime, and where she lives, and of course, how she pays it all. Is it not what magazine used to do? Technically, though it was a static medium. Today, Amazon generates more insights, which is actually in turn empowered them to deeper personalization and user experience and more innovation in the Amazon products. So they have married technology with arts and humanities, if I see it that way. And this is what actually Steve Jobs, what he said, that how he mixes designs with liberal arts and humanities. So if this is the scenario I'm telling, which I have conceptualized thanks to Sloan School of Management, from there I've got 5-6 quick points and then I'm through. So I said, no formats die. It is fundamentally business models die. We love our business model. So we love advertising. We shall not charge the cover price that one pays. I remember once in INMA conference, I proposed, can newspapers be 10 rupees? Everyone objected. He said, you are from Times of India, since I spent 33 years there. Will you increase? I said, if all of you increase, we can make a point, because people have to pay for content. Because you cannot depend 90% on advertising. So obviously no one agreed. As a result, everyone is bleeding big time. I must say the organization I work for, a Delhi one paper has been launched at 10 rupees. It's not selling, that's a different subject, that much. Or it is early days. But fact remains, we are the most expensive paper. I asked for 20 rupees. I said, I told our shareholders, you make it 20 rupees, I'll write below the masthead. We are not sold to advertisers. Because after 20 rupees, you don't need any advertiser at all. Pakistan, Sri Lanka, I'm not talking about New York Times or Wall Street Journal having $2.50. I'm talking about Pakistan has got 20 rupees paper. Sri Lanka have 29 rupees paper. I'm telling you 4-year-old data. where numbers may not be huge like 7 lakh copies or 40 lakh copies of TOI, but a lot of players will get saved because of the fact that people pay for content. An economist example I give. So I personally think it's a problem of, future blindness is a national affliction. So the winner wants to keep all, so I create an entry barrier so no one else can enter, so low cover price. People say it will not sell. Second point that I would like to say is that if you consider yourself as an access point, one of my second job in life, I was asked a question, what do you think is future of newspaper and future of journalists? I asked him a counter question that, do you ever ask a question, what is the future of grandfathers? I said, it's not an astrological exercise. I can tell you one thing, I do not know. What is the future of newspaper and journalists? I know future of news is very bright. Future of content is very bright. Future of journalism is very bright, but not future of journalists. Anyway, everyone has to die one day. So, to say that if I consider myself as an access with the knowledge of my market, whether it's a Femina, whether it's in India Today or Outlook, I get out of my whole theme. I have said that if you don't suffer from the astigmatism of format and think you are owner of a market anytime, anywhere with these insights, not only about yours, you create a platform for people to work. You don't try to reinvent everything. As people wondered in media when Times of India invested in Uber and Airbnb. Well, what are they doing? I said, they're doing the best thing. So they can't relate how it is possible. I said, imagine, apart from the business, 150 crore or $150 million. Imagine Uber taxis like London taxis have those, if you think it as a business connection, have those TV screens, and their Times Now is playing or Times of India News is coming. It's an awesome thing. I said, more importantly, tomorrow that's the content. They can use that space for content. And most importantly, salience of the brand name. They are into Huffington Post. They are into Vice, the hottest, sexiest media sites in the world. So, I think somewhere they have also cracked it that they are an access point. And in that access point, I can do anything on the basis of insights, and I get a lot of partners. And my media company format, I can be either of the four I said. Times of India is also very far off from mashup model. They are playing in between the other three models. So I'm not plugging Times of India, please. So I thought I must clarify this suddenly. Anyway, I'm basically talking about that access point theory that we play. They played, why I'm saying we. They played, I think that worked. Thirdly, I think what is most important, that address the need or the want of your audience's new circumstances of life, and don't follow demographic, psychographic definitions. I always tell my colleagues that, suppose appointments and classified are vanishing from newspapers because they have not addressed the need. They address category. So I have to bring out. Actually, I don't have any other example outside Times of India. That's my big problem. So, Ascent, okay. Even 5 years back, it used to be at least 12 to 16 pages. Now they're inside. It's not because of anything else. If you would have addressed the need, which is that I want to remain perpetually obsolescent free, then you address the whole value chain and the ecosystem. You don't have to start a search company. Who doesn't want job and who doesn't want to be successful? Same way education, address the need. Same way health, address the need. Now I'm in Health magazine. Kya musibat. Point is, at the point of consumption, I consume that content, but I suffer or I go through all Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So if that access, I partner with a health drink and partner with a company which manages health drink and with Flipkart to deliver it, I am like a media mall. So, If format myopia stops me from working, because usually legacy companies have this problem, I shall do it all. Today, brand name is not Femina, Times of India, or India Today. Brand name is solution. As a consumer, I want solution. If you find out 5 partners come and solve it, I'm fine. But I'm representing this group or that group is not going to work in any way. And that's what Amazon is. What business is Amazon in? To my mind, Amazon is in the business of creating micro markets. Finish. Across formats. And it is very important, final point, we cannot think as a media house. Everyone is media, which I mentioned. What is important is, how can we work with the protocol of, in the age of platform? Everything is platform. The more you have an open architecture, the more you have an open mind to collaborate intelligently, in such a manner that your end consumer is the winner and not the advertiser. Advertiser obviously gets, because if you look at it, you have to get a job done. Advertiser wants to get a job done for their customer, who should be your ecosystem audience. It sounds easy to say, but believe me, the point is execution. You as a consumer, you are siloless. The moment you enter inside a company, you are full of silos. But consumer is not bothered. The consumer is ultimately saying, solve my problem. And most importantly, it is not Kotlerian definition of market segmentation, is about new circumstances of life. How do I navigate? Because everyone is staying in a connected anonymous state. See, people are always SMSing here also. People are SMSing, connecting everyone. But you don't know anyone. So you have continuous partial attention. In a world like this, biggest casualty is anywhere that you are expecting patience, still you don't add value. So New Yorker gives a 10,000 word article, people read because they feel that intellectually they get upgraded. But that doesn't mean that other mashup formats cannot stay. So New York one day will also die if they don't partner with the consumer when they're consuming, that I must ensure that he doesn't or she doesn't get out of my space at all. So that's it. So I'm saying, if you are a media company, on the basis of this what I shared, think what you are. If you are formless, you are saved. If you suffer from format myopia, I think it's time to look somewhere else. Thank you very much.